These are coaches, executives, and scouts. And they each are asked to rank the top 10 players at a position. Okay, so these are people in the game. And they asked to rank the top 10 defensive tackles. Gator, do you think Alim McNeill makes the overall top 10?
No.
Okay. There's top 10, then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 honorable mentions, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that more that receive votes.
I think he's going to be in the honorable mention category.
Okay. So here are your top 10 defensive tackles. According to these are people in the league, these are coaches, execs, and scouts ranking the position. Chris Jones of Kansas City 1, Quinn Williams of the Jets 2, Dexter Lawrence of the Giants 3, Jeffrey Simmons of the Titans 4, Justin Madubuike from the Ravens 5, Christian Wilkins from the Vegas Raiders is 6. Derek Brown of Carolina Panthers is 7, DeForest Buckner of the Colts is 8, Kenny Clark of the Green Bay Packers is 9, and Javon Hargrave of the 49ers is 10.
Okay, still some names I didn't hear, but okay.
Here are your honorable mentions. Vita Vea, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Jonathan Allen, Washington Commanders, Jalen Carter, Philadelphia Eagles.
That was one I was waiting for.
Deron Payne, Washington Commanders.
That was another I was waiting for.
Cameron Hayward, Pittsburgh Steelers, and Christian Barmore, New England Patriots.
Oh, did not make the cut for honorable mention.
Yep.
Did he get a vote?
Others receiving votes. Eric Armstead, Jacksonville Jaguars, Zach Seiler from the Miami Dolphins, Ed Oliver from the Buffalo Bills, Leonard Williams from the Seattle Seahawks, Grady Jarrett, the Atlanta Falcons, and Draymond Jones, Seattle Seahawks. He didn't get a vote.
Wow. DJ Reader didn't get a vote either.
Did I not say his name? I thought I said his name. Did I not say DJ? No, he did not. No, he did not get a vote. I'm not surprised coming off injury. So at first I'm like, yeah, I mean, none of this stuff really matters, these rankings and lists. I'm thinking, wait a second. This is a guy that is likely to hit he could hit the free agent market.
Mm-hmm.
And does this speak to his actual value in the league at all? Because this isn't ESPN's top football analysts rank the defensive tackles. These are coaches, scouts, and executives. And there's a top 10. There's 6 more honorable mentions. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more receive votes. And Alim McNeill didn't get 1 vote. Nobody thinks he's a top 10 player. Now it's not completely stunning, but it is kind of indicative. If he didn't get any mention and, Grady Jarrett got a vote, Draymond Jones got a vote, not 1 vote. Is this perhaps in any way reflective of what the market will think of Alim McNeill and that the Lions don't have to sign him to some sort of monster contract because these are opinions of people in the league, decision makers?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess based on that, my initial thought is maybe the cost would be less. But when you put forth another season in a contract year,
mm-hmm.
if he is better than what he was last year, and last year was pretty good, it's confirmation of what maybe you think. You didn't get any votes, right? But maybe people were like, but keep an eye on this guy. But I'm not going to give him a vote. But keep an eye. And then he confirms it by having another good season. Then you're going to be like, okay, he is what we thought he is. It's going to be, his contract will be based on what happens this year, without question.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is we got to keep in mind that it almost doesn't matter where you rank because free agency is supply and demand economics. And if there is not a supply, but you're the best at a position, you can demand a lot. I mean, let's face it. People paid way more for toilet paper during the pandemic than they should have. But that's an example of supply and demand economics. If Alim McNeill gets to free agency and he's the best defensive tackle out there, even if he is not in the top 20, then he's gonna fetch a high dollar. But I have to admit, I was a little surprised. And actually, the first time I saw one of these lists and thought this might be useful data, it speaks to the market. Now, when he's a free agent, Kenny Clark is a free agent as well. He was ranked number 9 on the list. Cam Hayward is a free agent as well. So he was an honorable mention. So we're talking about a couple of players that might bump McNeill down the list of coveted defensive tackles. I don't know. This seems more important to me than most lists because I think it might reflect what the Lions have to do to keep him. And I think we'd all like to keep him.
Yeah, I'd like to keep him. I think he's a very good defensive tackle, has the ability to move upfield and get a little bit of a rush on the quarterback as well, and that's what makes the defensive tackle even more special, other than just being a run stuffer or a space eater. And he's kind of transformed his body so he can be more of a pass rusher. I think Aaron Donald kind of reset the whole table on what people expect out of a defensive tackle. Like, this is what you can be.